very much about looking at east sides of cities. What do east sides of cities mean? What is their relationship with the rest of the city? Why are east sides of the cities so often the underdog, the area that is seen as the last bit to really be relished by its community?
I'm Kerry, I'm the founder and artistic director of the East Leeds project.
My name is Claire Irving, I'm from the East Leeds project.
East Leeds project. So the East Leeds project is a visual arts organisation based in Gipton. We've been here since 2017, and since 2019 we've been based at Gipton Methodist Church, which we're going to take in on our loop around.
So I think it will kind of unfurl as we continue, but our main kind of focus is about conversation within community. So it's about working with, not working for or by or to. So it's very much that thing of looking and seeing what is already in community, and so part of our kind of modus operandi is to see where the artists are in East Leeds and how we can best work with artists. And through our research so far, what we've found is that what would really benefit our area is a makerspace, somewhere where people come and meet together, making in its broadest kind of spectrum, really. So as the East Leeds project, that is our first goal, really, isn't it?
Green spaces are really important because they're such a distinctive feature of Gipton and the way that the estate was originally planned. And I think obviously with everything that's just happened in the past couple of years with COVID, the green spaces have really come into their own for local people to kind of use. And yeah.
Gipton has been certain things, there have been certain perceptions, it's been thought of in certain ways. But hopefully the makerspace will be part of a new conversation about how Gipton goes forwards, and also, you know, that it's a marker of the voice of people in Gipton. And you know, we're working with people right across East Leeds, from Seacroft and Crossgates and Osthorpe and different areas. That it's about that voice, you know, because the problem of that paternalistic vision from the 1930s is that it was done to people. They were shipped out from the city centre, they didn't necessarily have any say in that. Everything was designed for them, but not with them or by them. And so the makerspace is really the antithesis of that. It's about starting from a conversation in the community and building and designing with that community.
I think from what we've just been saying, that what doesn't work well is a sense of being in a community and being able to connect to people. And I think even the way that we started working together through the East Leeds project, you know, Claire lives just on the border of Gipton and Hare Hills, and I live in Gipton just over that way. You know, we were living in the same area for a really long time and having no idea that we were here. We just by chance bumped into each other on, you know, my son was doing a project that Claire was involved in, and we bumped into each other one day. But there aren't, I think, you know, a big part of the makerspace conversation is about having spaces where people can get together, which is as much about a social space as it is about making and creating. But there just aren't, you know, all of the aforementioned problems to do with accessing the existing community spaces.
And above and beyond that, how people are welcomed, you know.
Yeah.
So this does not say welcome. And it's not that you're not welcomed, it's that just that no thought has been put into how we can welcome the absolute huge array of difference that comes into our community. It doesn't matter who you are welcome.
I think one of the things that works really well, one of the best things about Gipton, as we've already seen coming through the cemetery and we can just see over here, is like the existence of green space. It's a phenomenally green part of the city, so that's something that we're trying to focus on a lot. Okay, shall we? So we're going to go round Coldcote Circus and down onto Oakwood Lane. the way that the Gipton estate was designed, you know, is like, when you look at it aerially, you can see hare hills with like the very, very densely packed back-to-backs. And then you have the cemetery as the dividing line, and then on this side of it, it's suddenly all ovals, it's crescent shapes, everything becomes very wide and open. Yeah. Houses are set back from the road, and you have, you know, huge green spaces everywhere in the middle of the estate. Richard Livett, R.A.H. Livett, who designed the estate, that's what part of what he brought to it, that was all designed, you know, when you look at the map of Gipton, it's circles and it's ovals and crescents, and it's very organic, you know.
So it's about this conversation.
Yeah.
And what is it you want to do here?
And this is where we'd like to build the makerspace.
Okay.
Which would be for anybody who wants to make in its broadest format or socialise, a part of our research was we asked artists in East Leeds where they go to make.
Okay.
And the majority of them either have a studio in the city or they make in their shed or on their kitchen table because they've got nowhere to go.
Okay.
And so Kerry and I said, right, well, we want to create somewhere where there is somewhere to go that is for everybody, but is also sustainable, not just for the community, but in terms of energy. It is something that people can be proud of, that, you know, they can walk by and go, this is ours, we helped make this, because we want to do it together in an actual co-produced way. So we started off by getting a lot of people who live in the area, not just who are artists, but just have lived here all their lives, to talk about what they would like, what we would all like, not they, what we would like, what we enjoyed doing. So we visited places like Sunnybank Mills, we've visited places like Black Horse Workshops in London. You know, we've visited different places which are embedded in community and said, what do we like about this? What do we not like about this? And from that, we've started to kind of create a picture of things that we do enjoy, that we do feel we'd like, whilst realising we can't be all things to all people. What we all recognise is that we want it there are certain things. Welcome is a really big part of it. Not having to have skills to be able to make is another one, so shared skills. Having a space where people can just walk through and not feel as though they're encroaching. We've lived in Leeds and in the east side of Leeds, in Hare Hills and Gipton for, you know, over 20 years each, and there has never been anywhere to be able to go and be an artist. We've always had to go and get studio spaces somewhere else, or rehearse somewhere else, or be somewhere else, often in the city. And I think both of us just thought, this is ridiculous, you know, we can wait for somebody else to do it, or actually we'll do it ourselves. You know, why not? Let's just do it ourselves. We have the capability, we have the knowledge, we have the communication skills in order to say to people, would you like this? Yes, you would. How would you like it? Well, I'd like it like this. Right, do you want to be in our gang? Yeah, okay, let's go. You know, it's not rocket science, is it? Other people can do it, other people can have beautiful spaces, why can't we? And then I can walk to work. And my God, that's a tick for the climate change, isn't it? Anyway.